Incoming transmission.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Outpost, and we've got some big news for you, fresh out of Hollywood. Earlier this week, on Thursday, actors decided to join the writers who have been already on strike for weeks to join them against the use of AI replicas in Hollywood. Turns out that Hollywood studios are wanting to own the likeness of their actors so they could use them in perpetuity without paying the actors. This is here from hothardware.com that Hollywood actors have gone on strike in the face of being replaced by AI generated likenesses of themselves, eventually replacing them in the future. So from what I've understand, from what I've read, the actors will be coming in for a day, sign their contracts, and the studios are wanting to digitally record their likenesses and through their contracts own those likenesses forever. The Alliance for Motion Picture and Television Producers defends its proposal for wanting actors to hand over their faces for one-time payment as being a groundbreaking AI proposal that protects actors' digital likeness for SAG-AFTRA members. We've seen this growing use of AI over the past maybe 5 or 10 years, starting with, some would say in Las Vegas with the Michael Jackson AI concerts, and we're seeing that a lot more in film where they have actors who will be digitally remodeled into younger versions of themselves from 20, 30 years ago. We saw it in Ant-Man, and mostly recently we saw it in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Harrison Ford himself said they had so much footage of him, they actually didn't need him for the role. This is just, it's just wanting to do away. This is just studios wanting to do away with having to pay actors for daily work. And this is going to have lasting repercussions on, I think, the whole industry. We're already seeing shows being postponed and some outright canceled due to the strike. And I mean, here we have from Vanity Fair, strike, Wicked, Gladiator 2, and more major productions that are likely to shut down. We got news just earlier this week. Deadpool 3, one of the biggest shows and pieces of entertainment that we've been waiting for years, is being postponed indefinitely due to the writer's strike. Here's a list of shows that are being postponed. We have Andor, Star Trek Andor, the second season that began production in November and just was next month was supposed to be finished. The creator Tony Gilroy was staying away from this set of in the solidarity with the WGA. Apples Never Fall, which was scheduled to begin in the spring, but that seems to be put on hold. Beetlejuice 2, we've all been waiting for Beetlejuice 2 for decades. That seems to be another one put on hold. And here we have the big one, Deadpool 3, along with several other Marvel shows were put on hold due to getting out ahead of the actor strike. Actors Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman posted. I covered this in my last video. Their first look at their first costumes, and it actually turned out Reynolds who's a WGA member and credited as one of the writers on the film, was forced to work only as an actor under the writer's strike rule, avoiding the definitions from his previous work as the character. You know, we're seeing just a litany of shows and movies being postponed. You know, and here's a big one that I've been waiting years for. You know, Wicked, based off of that amazing Broadway show, was supposed to be scheduled for release in November 27th, but that seems to be up in the air now that the actors have joined the writer's strike. You know, I understand how the actors are feeling. You know, I couldn't imagine, you know, having something you're passionate about, your art, being threatened by AI like this. We're seeing the AI infiltrate a lot of aspects of our culture. We're seeing it invade stories. We're seeing it invade education. We're seeing the ramifications of what could be the ending of an entire industry. Now, the industry needs to, especially the entertainment industry, it needs revamping, but it does not need to be just destroyed from the ground up. I believe AI as a tool could help, but when we are letting it, like the studios are letting it dictate everything, they're wanting to use it to just cut people's legs out from under them. They're wanting to use AI as a tool that they can use to keep the money from being paid out to the actors, to the artists, to the backbone of the industry, to the people who they put their faces, they put their reputations out for the art. You know, I think AI can be a great tool, but it needs to be reined in, and I don't think we're seeing it being reined in like that. We're seeing it almost at the start of being out of control. So I think we're going to see more of these industries like Hollywood or any of these types of industries. They're going to really have to stand up for themselves. They're going to have to say, we will not be replaced. We are the entertainment. We are Hollywood. We need to stand up and let it be known that we are here. We won't be replaced. So on that note, leave a like and subscribe. Leave suggestions for anything you want me to cover. Share with your friends. And this is the nerd from Outpost Nerd signing off. Later, y'all.